Hello movie fans, and welcome back to another full movie recap with Movie Reveals. In today's video, we're going to break down the horror movie called Piranha, specifically the recent version that was available in 3D. Warning guys, spoiler alert. Fisherman Matt Boyd, played by Richard Dreyfuss, fishes in Lake Victoria, Arizona. He whistles "Show me the way to go home," I guess a homage to the movie Jaws, which he was in. Suddenly, a huge earthquake shakes the lake and opens a massive underwater trench, creating a whirlpool beneath Matt's boat. Thousands of piranha fish pour out of the newly opened chasm. Matt falls overboard into the whirlpool and is violently eaten by the school of piranha, leaving Matt's mangled body behind. Meanwhile, spring break descends upon Lake Victoria, bringing thousands of college students to the area. Lake Victoria's Sheriff Julie Forrester, played by Elizabeth Shue, is having a difficult time juggling drunken college students, recent earthquake reports, and her normal duties. Her 17-year-old son, Jake, looks on as his mother arrests a particularly rowdy frat boy. Jake takes in the spring break party atmosphere as he goes to pick up his little 10-year-old sister, Laura, from music class. On the way, Jake crosses paths with Kelly, a local girl for whom he harbors a huge crush. Kelly invites Jake to come to a backstage party at a concert, with tickets procured by the local bully Todd. Todd and his friend arrive. They see Kelly talking with Jake, throw a slushie at Jake's shirt, ruining it, and give him the finger. Feeling awkward, Kelly leaves with Todd. Jake goes to find Laura. Laura talks with the beautiful Danny, a local Girls Gone Wild-ish glamour model in town to shoot a video with her boss and porn director Derek Jones. Jake arrives and is reluctantly enlisted to be Derek's location scout due to his familiarity with the area. Derek offers to pay Jake for a day's work and Jake accepts. That night, Julie and Deputy Fallen are called out to investigate the disappearance of Matt Boyd. They arrive at his fishing spot, discover his empty boat, and ultimately, his mangled corpse. They consider shutting down the lake. At home, Jake learns about Derek Jones from a porn site and is interrupted by his mother, Julie, who orders him to stay at home the next day to babysit his little brother Zane and sister Laura. Jake agrees to stay home and watch the kids tomorrow. The next day, Julie and Fallen learn that in addition to patrolling spring breakers, they must accompany a team of seismologists to investigate the newly opened chasm in the lake caused by the earthquake. Team leader Novak and divers Sam and Paula take Julie's patrol boat out to the chasm. Sam and Paula swim down into the chasm. Paula waits at the chasm opening to maintain radio contact as Sam swims into the massive underwater lake. There, Sam discovers tens of thousands of unhatched piranha eggs. Sam is suddenly bitten and bleeds into the water. The piranhas appear and eat Sam. Novak jumps in after them. He attempts to save Paula, who is swiftly eaten. Bringing Paula aboard, Novak and Julie discover a piranha, which had attached itself to her corpse, flopping around on the deck. They trap the fish and immediately take it to local pet shop owner Mr. Goodman. Goodman identifies the piranha as an extremely violent, cannibalistic species which went extinct 2 million years earlier. They decide to evacuate Lake Victoria. Meanwhile, Jake shirks his babysitting duties and agrees to pay Laura and Zane $60 in exchange for lying to their mom and staying in the house. Jake makes his way to Derek's boat and watches Danny and another model named Crystal dance provocatively on the deck. As Jake is about to board, he runs into Kelly, who confesses that Todd lied about having backstage passes and asks why he isn't babysitting his siblings. Derek interrupts their conversation. Being both a little drunk and attracted to Kelly, he invites her aboard the party boat. Kelly agrees to Jake's annoyance. On board, Jake meets Derek's cameraman Drew. The group travels to a remote part of the lake, where Drew and Derek film Danny and Crystal swimming nude beneath the glass-bottomed boat. Laura and Zane board at home, break Jake's promise, and take a canoe out to go fishing. They dock at an island and accidentally lose their canoe, stranding them both. They manage to flag down Jake on Derek's boat, and realizing that they are the local sheriff's kids and that he is covered in blow, Derek fearfully allows them to board. Laura and Zane peer out through the boat's glass bottom and see many piranhas swimming beneath them. Back at the beach, Julie and Fallen order an evacuation, which is promptly ignored by the partygoers. The piranhas arrive and kill many partygoers, forcing the survivors to flee for higher ground. Notable deaths include the cowardly Todd, who commandeers a motorboat, runs over and kills many injured people still in the water until his engine stalls and his boat is capsized. Party Animal is decapitated by an oncoming boat. Fallen grabs an outboard motor and, wielding it like a chainsaw, shreds numerous piranhas until he is overcome by them and killed when they literally eat his feet off. Novak seizes a jet ski and a shotgun, saving as many people as he can, and the survivors make their way out of the water. Derek, now high on cocaine, demands that they move to a new shooting location. With Drew driving, the boat is entangled in a mass of seaweed. Angrily, Derek takes control of the boat, accelerates, breaks free from the seaweed, and slams into some underwater rocks. The glass bottom is shattered, and with Kelly trapped below deck, water and piranhas begin to flood into the boat. Derek, Drew, and Crystal are thrown overboard. Drew and Crystal are immediately killed as Derek swims back to the boat. With Derek clinging to the side of the boat, Jake and Danny manage to pull him aboard, shocked to find that most of his legs and genitals have been eaten by the piranhas. Derek seemingly dies, and Danny places a beach towel over his corpse. More and more piranhas swarm into the boat, threatening Kelly, who is still trapped below. Jake attempts to pull Kelly to safety through a skylight, which is too small for her. Jake finally calls his mother on his phone. Julie answers, and with Novak at her side, they steal a speedboat. Below deck, Kelly bats off piranhas with a frying pan. Julie and Novak arrive, carefully reverse towards Derek's sinking boat and toss a tow cable across to Jake, who ties it off to the deck. Julie, suspended over the water, shimmies across the cable to Derek's boat. Danny, Laura, Zane, and Julie cross back over to the speedboat, as numerous piranha leap out of the water, trying to eat them. A piranha snags Danny's long hair. She falls into the water and is quickly eaten alive. Laura, Zane, and Julie make their way to the speedboat and watch as Jake unties the tow cable. Intending to save Kelly, he grabs Derek's still-not-dead corpse, lobs it over the side, distracts the piranhas long enough to swim under the boat with the tow cable. Jake opens the valves on the boat's propane tanks, lights 2 flares, and gives Novak the signal to step on the gas. Jake and Kelly are yanked out of the boat just seconds before the entire boat explodes, killing all the piranha within a few hundred feet. Jake and Kelly are towed back to the speedboat and hoisted on deck, mostly uninjured. Happily, Julie, Novak, Jake, Kelly, Laura, and Zane breathe a sigh of relief. Julie's radio suddenly crackles. Goodman is on the other end. Goodman tells her that upon further inspection, a piranha specimen he has in his tank and all the other piranhas in the lake lack reproductive organs and are fundamentally babies. Novak jokes, wondering what an adult piranha would look like. Suddenly, a giant shark-sized piranha leaps up onto the deck, eating Novak. The end. I really hope you enjoyed this recap. Feel free to share some love by smashing the like button. Also, don't forget to comment. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.